As the world continues to digest the indigestible news of Donald Trump's victory, everybody is asking, how did it happen? Our WTF, OMG and FFS correspondent Jonathan Goodenough has more. Yes, that's right, pundits and commentators may disagree about a lot, but they all agree on one thing, that whatever they care about was the deciding factor, right? Yes, experts agree that it was definitely Gaza, or definitely immigration, or definitely inflation, or definitely Ukraine, or definitely Joe Rogan, or definitely Elon Musk, or definitely woke, or definitely trans rights, depending on which one of those issues they were banging on about before. Is that everything? No, there are others who think that the voters just didn't like Joe Biden's age, or Kamala Harris's gender, or just really wanted to annoy Rory Stewart. It's a strong choice. How are Democrats reacting? Like a man who's walked in on his wife having sex with a dog for a second time. A mixture of shock, horror and disbelief, and also a creeping suspicion that there must be something really wrong with them for this to have happened again. And Kamala Harris has conceded. Yes, she gave a heartfelt speech about not giving up hope, continuing to fight, and promising her supporters that in the end, things will be okay. And will they? Probably not. So what does this tell us about the American electorate? Well, I think it means that a majority of them were willing to vote for Trump because they think he offers them a better life than they currently have. And will that happen? Probably not. It almost seems as though Donald Trump is unstoppable, that by refusing to admit defeat or any error, or ever apologizing for anything, he somehow hacked the democratic system. That's true, he's revealed a basic truth that if you keep saying that you're amazing and never reveal any self-doubt, eventually enough people will agree with you. But I don't think it's true to say that he couldn't have been stopped. Really? Who could have stopped him? Well, there are many people over the years, particularly in the Republican Party, of course, but one name sticks out. Mitch McConnell. Remind me? The leader of the Republicans in the Senate who refused to impeach Trump after January the 6th. If he had been impeached, he wouldn't have been able to run again. Why didn't he do it? He was essentially scared of Trump's base, but also hoped he'd been so damaged by the fallout he wouldn't regain support in the future. Essentially going by that old adage that if your opponent is down, you need to let them get back up again, give them a cup of tea, and have a bit of a rest before you try and finish them off. What has McConnell said since? Well, he swung behind Trump like every other Republican, but also urged him to keep funding Ukraine against Russia. And will that happen? Probably not. How will all of this affect the UK? In multiple terrible ways, no doubt, but one concrete example is that Kemi Badenoch used her first appearance at Prime Minister's Questions as leader of the opposition to demand that Keir Starmer apologise to Trump for the accurate things that David Lammy said about him in the past. Is that a wise move politically? You could argue no, because Trump is very unpopular in the UK at the moment, and his policies could cause us a lot of financial harm. But on the other hand, voters do like a winner, and Trump is definitely that, so time will tell. How do you reflect on the results, personally? Well, as the Chinese curse goes, may you live in interesting times, and the times at the moment are pretty bloody fascinating. Finally, some of our viewers may have been upset by the result. Can you give them a note of positivity to take them into the weekend? No. Thank you, Jonathan. Next up, pub?